Welcome to the No Bull Political Arena. With your hosts, Sophia Nelson, Bill O'Reilly, Brian Mistro, and TJ McCormick. It's real voices, raw politics, and no bullshit. Hi, everybody, and welcome to a special session of the No Bull Political Arena. I'm here with TJ McCormick and Sophia Nelson. We appreciate you joining us. Of course, I'm Brian Mistro. We weren't originally going to do anything today, Sophia. And then after listening to what I'll call an address to the nation last night by Donald Trump, I think we needed to get on and chat about that. What struck you the most? Because I'm going to tell you, I was sitting there fixing supper. I can only take so much MAGA, and then I just start tuning out. Well, I had to stop cooking supper and looking over there and listening to this and going, what in the hell is he talking about? Where is this coming from? It was lie after lie after lie. What struck you?
Well, you're right about what you said. Of course, not telling the truth, however, is nothing new. That's number one. And it's also very intentional that not only does he get on as president of the United States and do it, meaning not tell the truth, the specter of the Oval Office, the flag of the president behind him, the White House, but then his people go on the morning shows the next day and double down on every lie. Oh, and so as I look at that in context, the address that was not an address at all, he did a lot of yelling, seemed very angry. It was like he was forcing people to listen to what he was saying and not what they're experiencing and living. And you and I both know that doesn't work because people go by what they not only feel every day, but when they're sitting at the table, particularly as we approach Christmas next week, and a lot of government workers just probably are getting that first full round of paychecks from the 60 days of the government shutdown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The healthcare premiums. I know I got my new bill. Wow. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't have had much of a subsidy, but everything in the marketplace, as you know, that's the whole point, to lower the cost.
That's right.
So I have it through my business, and it's going up, I would say, about the premium doubled. So I think that when you put all that into context, and then the tweet about Rob Reiner's tragic death, and you take that and add on what happened just hours ago with the announcement about the Trump Kennedy Center.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going somewhere with this. You see a president and an administration, and oh, by the way, I forgot to mention Susie Wiles' Vanity Fair, 11 days worth of interviews, apparently, right? You add all that up, and this is exactly what we got in term one, only the difference is you don't have Kelly there. You don't have grown-ups around to stop him. Susie Wiles was supposed to be the grown-up in the room. The fact that they let him give that speech last night tells me nobody's paying attention other than Stephen Miller and whoever else he has around him that lights the match and says, go.
Right.
Just burn it all down. Just lie. Do whatever. They double down. So I think, I'll be honest with you. I'll be direct because I always am. Trump is no longer the problem. We are. And I can't say that loudly enough and more firmly, in that you have to ask yourself a question. What has happened to the United States of America that you and I grew up in? And we're not old. What happened to this country? Because Ronald Reagan never conducted himself like this. George H.W. Bush never conducted himself like this. Even Bill Clinton, who got himself into some trouble over not controlling his personal behavior, never conducted himself like this. Even when he was being impeached, even after it was over, he went to the Rose Garden, as you will recall, and said, this is on me. I did this. I deserved what I got. And, we've never seen a president act like this. The closest thing that you could ever suggest was even in this remote type of space would be Watergate, and Nixon looks like some type of choir boy compared to what's going on.
Yeah, no. You've been watching the No Bull Political Arena. To finish watching this clip or to watch the entire show, please go to our YouTube channel at No Bull Media Group.